Living in the valley. Living in the valley. Relationships, current events, dream interpretations. We cover them and many more. There's so much in store. If you want to know everything happening in the valley, all we do is talk about every day. Living in the valley. Come on and tune in to every day. Living in the valley. All we do is talk about every day. Living in the valley. Come on and tune in to every day. Living in the valley.
Welcome back to Everyday Living in the Valley, where I'm your host, Just Alex.
And I'm your host, Mr. Distinguished. Relationships, current events, dream interpretations. Well, we cover them here in the Valley, and there is so much more. If you want more information on what's happening in the Valley, feel free to visit our website, truevibes.net, the word vibes.net.
If you like the content that we are producing, feel free to like our Facebook page, Everyday Living in the Valley. And we would like to remind you of our Valley giveaway. Details on that coming up. Let's continue our conversation on healthy ways to cope with stress.
Yes, guys. So we did submit this question online on Facebook page, and y'all responded. And we want to thank y'all for engaging with us on our social media platforms. And I want to continue to encourage you to engage with us. So, healthy ways to cope with stress, right, Just Alex?
Right. A lot of people had a lot of different views on that.
It was a lot of views, a lot of different, and some people were saying some of the same stuff that they,
Right.
do the prayer and meditation.
Right.
Like Linda Lane, our Valley giveaway winner.
Our first Valley giveaway winner.
So she responded, and she was like prayer, meditation, laughter, watching comedy, and just being able to vent without judgment. And that's important.
I think that is, now being able to vent without judgment, that's
Yes.
a huge one.
Because I think us as people, we're always worried about, okay, if I tell such and such this, are they going to run and tell, A, B, C, and D?
I agree. That's 100% true. I think you need to have and sometimes that circle need to be very, very small.
Correct. You need to find someone you can confide in.
Yeah, I agree with that. 100%.
And, but not everybody is trustworthy, right?
Ooh, listen.
Be careful about the people who tells everybody else's business to you.
You know what? I think that's a big one because you can't trust everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody don't mean you any good.
That's true.
Sometimes I do see like on Facebook when people get on there and be like, everybody pray for me. And I be like, ooh, some people you just don't want to pray for you.
For real though.
I mean, because people really just don't have your best interest. Some people don't.
Some people don't. I feel like we are giving people in our path that we can confide in.
Yes.
You just got to know who's for you and who's against you.
And be very selective.
Be very selective. Don't be broadcasting your business to everybody.
Don't. Because everybody, again, they're not happy for you. And some people actually like to see your downfall.
That's true. And tell your business to other people and see how they interact with that information may add on to the stress.
You know what? I will tell you, one time I ended up telling some people something bad that happened to me. And I immediately regretted telling some of the people that I told because they was having a conversation with somebody else and actually said, yeah, I told, ABC this. And I'm like, oh.
So I can't tell you nothing no more.
Yeah, that was a wrap.
I know that was dead for you.
That was a wrap.
So we also had Missy Hernandez say that prayers is sometimes taking a deep breath and screaming out loud, as loud as you can.
Oh, yes.
While taking a hot shower.
You know what? Thank you for that, Missy. I like to do what I call the shower meditation.
Okay.
So the shower meditation is you get in that shower and you're lathering up your body with the soap, right? And so the soap that you're lathering up, that's the day's stress. That's all the grime of today. As that, you wash off this soap, this lathered soap is going down the drain. So everything that has put me down or just weighed heavy on me is down that drain.
I like that.
So when you get out the shower, you brand new.
You're giving yourself a mental illusion.
There you go.
Of how to deal with the troubles of the day.
There you go.
The mind is. Ooh. There's so much we could do with our mind. Right?
I agree. The mind can take you so many places, and you can be your own worst enemy too.
That's true.
Yes. So I like Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah was saying like prayers and watching positive movies, video games, and just going outside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Depression is a big topic.
Depression is very, very real, very, very huge. And there are a lot of people who go through depression. Even I go through depression.
I go through depression too.
Yeah. And one of the things I'm going to tell y'all about Mr. Distinguished, I remember a time where, and he knows what I do. So when I get in this little funk, I be like, we have like a group chat. So I mentioned the group chat. You know what? I'll holler at y'all in a couple of days. Mr. Distinguished don't listen. He's still gonna call me.
The next day?
He do. He don't care. It's just like I didn't even put it in the group.
What y'all eating tonight?
Exactly. He just disregard everything that I even said. And I do the same to him. Regardless of if he answers the phone or not, then I text him and be like, look, you need to stop this. But it's just crazy. But I think it's important to have people like that, in your life that like, okay, you genuinely care. Like you're not gonna let me just be down in the dumps.
Well, also I gotta tell you about my day.
Yeah.
And you being depressed, so it's not helping me out. I need you to get yourself together.
Right.
For me.
He used to disregard. When I tell y'all just disregard, me saying, all right, y'all, I'm going to check out, give me a couple of days. I'm not talking to nobody.
All right, I'm going to call her tomorrow.
He did. And did.
Let her sleep on it.
He did.
Bam said writing and going to the beach.
Ooh.
Taking vacation.
Listen.
Yes.
I'm a vacation girl.
You are.
If it's somewhere to go, you best believe
you're going.
Oh, I don't play about that. That is my self-care. I don't really talk about what I do in my...
You know what? I find that if you take yourself out the environment that's conducive to your stress, it gives you a broader perspective of what's going on.
I think it makes you just really just be like, okay, you know what I'm feeling at this moment is not as huge as what I'm making it. So this is what I say to people. I say, and I never talked about what my profession is. I am a counselor, y'all. Okay. And this is what I tell people. I say, you cannot control people and you can't control what they do and say to you, right? The only thing you can control is you.
That's true.
Your outlook, how you going to let that affect me and whether or not I'm going to let this take my energy. Protect your energy, y'all.
I love it.
This is your Valley Giveaway.
Your Valley Giveaway is brought to you by Bodega 1205. We present to you our second Valley Giveaway. So just Alice, let the people know what we're doing.
All right, guys. We are raffling off a $100 Visa gift card. And here are the rules to qualify for the raffle. We need you to like and follow the Everyday Living in the Valley Facebook page. You must invite 10 people to our page. You must enter one of the secret words broadcasted throughout the episode. We need you to go to truevibes.net and then click on Enter Valley Giveaway.
Thank you so much, Just Alex. Now, Just Alex, we all have some epic stories when it comes to people that we're working with, right?
Ooh, listen, I definitely be having some stories. Everybody got some stories.
Everybody got stories.
Everybody do. And thank y'all for the submissions that we have had with the Coworker Chronicles. I'm actually going to use one of my own.
Oh.
So,
what you got going on?
I work with this lady named Sarah. So, any place that I have ever been employed in has been multiple places. I'm gonna say I can feel people vibes and their energy when I first start. So the first thing that I did was, I know I need to look you up and block you on Facebook. And I do that, y'all. I don't play about that.
I do the same thing too.
Listen, and even though I don't post nothing outrageous on my Facebook page, it's mostly motivational, but I just don't want no coworker in my space.
Just stalking your page.
Yeah, I don't want that.
On it.
It's a no-go for me. So Sarah comes up to me and was like, just Alex, I couldn't find you. I couldn't find you on Facebook. And I said, oh, really? And so Sarah has, I guess, multiple Facebook pages. So she logged in under one of her other Facebook names, and she was able to locate me and had sent me a friend request. And she was sitting over there because I didn't accept it. I mean, nothing looked familiar on there. So I was like,
not the lady waiting on you to accept her friend
it.
request.
So she came to me to let me know that she couldn't find me on her original page.
I mean, that should have told Sarah something.
And I immediately told her, I don't accept
Deployed, yeah.
Yeah, co-workers. I don't accept co-workers friend requests. And so she wanted me to know that she sent it from this other page. And I immediately told her, yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm going to delete that. Decline. Okay? Decline.
Yes.
And so I needed to know what's the other names that she had so I can go ahead and look them up. And so I could block them, because that was a no-go for me.
Bye, Sarah.
Listen, Sarah, if you're listening, Sarah, which I know you probably are, no. And even though we don't work together anymore, it's still a no.
It's always the messy ones.
Exactly. And that's why.
Looking for your stuff.
Nah.
I'm not about to be a part of your story for your husband.
Right. So that is my coworker chronicle.
You know what, guys? And I know that you may have some similar experiences with social media platforms with coworkers that you may have worked with.
Absolutely.
So we would love to hear about that. So if you have a coworker chronicle experience of your own, if you want to remain anonymous, we got you.
We do.
If you would like to share your own coworker chronicle experience, please visit truevibes.net. That's TRU, the word vibes.net. Click on Contact Us at Everyday Living in the Valley, fill out the form, and select Coworker Chronicles. Well, guys, coming up after the break, we do have a new dream interpretation segment that you don't want to miss.
And let us reveal to you part 3, Story of Casanova.
Living in the valley.
Family, culture, community. Do you have a taste for some Latin American cuisine or want to try something new? Well, add Bodega 1205 to your bucket list, where you can expect some freshly squeezed juices, some epic empanadas, and the most perfect pernil that's just like your Puerto Rican grandma's. Remember, guys, Bodega is not just food, it's an experience. And I personally go there at least 2 times a week for the experience. 19 12th Street, Columbus, Georgia, 31901. Family, culture, community. Bodega. Visit their website at bodega1205.com or give them a call at 706-221-3514. Your Valley giveaway secret word is calm. That's calm. Again, that's calm.
Living in the valley. All we do is talk about every day. Living in the valley. Come and tune in to every day. Living in the valley. All we do is talk about every day. Living in the valley. Come and tune in to every day. Living in the valley.
Welcome back to Everyday Living in the Valley, where I'm your host, Mr. Distinguished.
And I'm your host, Jess Alex. Relationship, current events, dream interpretation, we cover them, and there is so much more. If you want more information on what's happening in the Valley, visit truevibes.net. That's true, TRU, the word vibes.net. Opportunities for advertisement, visit our website for details, truevibes.net. That's true, TRU, vibes.net.
Just Alex, you remember that time you went over to that family member house and that girl was trying to tell you something?
Yes, I do. Oh my God. So, guys, me and Lo decided to go visit my aunt and my uncle. We haven't seen them in a while. And so I was like, let me just go visit. And so they were at my cousin's house, well, her apartment. And so we was like sitting down and, people was in and out the apartment, but we were still talking. I'm always myself when I'm around my family. I have a good time. And so my cousin was like acting weird. Like my aunt was talking to me and my aunt was just saying some, I don't know, we was talking about some cake or something. And so, my cousin was like, Mama, you were gonna tell her. And I'm sitting here, I'm puzzled. Like my whole face is like scrunched because I'm like, what are you talking about? And my aunt was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, you were about to tell her, you were gonna tell her. Here go me, tell me what?
I know your antenna was up.
And 100%. I mean, because at first I was like slouched back in a chair. But then when she said that, I was like, well, tell me what? What is it that she need to tell me? And then she was like, oh, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to wait till her husband's daughter go out the apartment. And I'm like, well, do you need to tell her she need to go? Because what we need to do?
We need to find this
We
out.
need to have the conversation. Yes. I need to know what you're talking about. So the daughter finally goes out the apartment. And so she was like, well, did you see the other guy that came in here? And I'm like, oh, the guy that came to the door and spoke and was like, hey, how y'all doing? I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh, yeah. Ooh, it's a possibility. Here gonna be, what's, okay, there's too many blank spots. What's a possibility? What are we talking about? I need to know.
Need to be specific.
One of the words that we talked about in one of our posts, y'all, specific. That's a hard word. It's like, I be tearing that joker up. Listen.
I think about it and then still
because you have to really just think about it and you got to say it in your head before you get it out.
Rehearse it a couple of times and still mess it up.
So she was like, oh, my youngest son. I was like, oh, yeah, uh-huh. Oh, that could be his dad. Do you think that's his daddy? Do you think? He gonna meet what?
Let's back.
Exactly.
Let's back.
He gonna meet. Wait a minute. Hold up. We going too fast. Wait a minute. Okay, you are married. I know you're married. That's supposed to be your husband's son. But you saying there's a possibility that there's another guy, another man, son. So here gonna me. Well, was it a one-time thing? Oh no. I mean, she act like she was offended that I asked. It was a one-time thing. And she was like, ooh, girl, I mean, he was, he can really get down. And I'm like,
oh, he took her through there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she was just, it was just glorified the way she was talking about it.
She was reminiscing about it as she was telling
when
the
she
story.
was telling me the story, it was like, oh, so you feel like that. So she really wanted me to tell her if the son looked like the husband or looked like the guy. Here go me. I barely glanced at my husband is in here. So I'm not trying to sit here and look at another dude as, you glance at another guy and you just move on.
Yeah, try to be discreet.
Yeah, you don't just sit there and be like, oh, he's fine. And oh my God, I'm not going to do all that in front of my husband. Now, had I been over there by myself, I might would have looked a little longer. Might would have been like, let me assess the whole situation. I could have gave her a little something, but I had nothing. But she wanted me, my cousin wanted me to tell her, y'all, if this was her husband's son or was it the dude that she was doing, son, and I had nothing. And she was like, well, we ain't did it in a while. And I'm like, well, what's a while?
Yeah,
I had more questions, but we had to stop the conversation. And Mr. Distinguished here was like, well, do you want to go back over there tomorrow?
I did ask her that, y'all.
He did. He wanted to come because he wanted the full story.
You know what? I could go over there and fry them some chicken.
Listen, they would have let you fry that chicken. They would have accepted that. So that is That is my remember
Remember that time segment? Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. So, guys, we do have our foodie segment, and this time we're going to do things just a little bit different. We're not going to give a story about when we went to a certain restaurant. This time we're going to talk about like splitting of the checks.
Ooh, so I know everybody's seen this little clip that was going around about a birthday dinner.
Yes.
And the girl wanted, I think how much was the bill? The bill was, I don't know.
I forget what it was, but
it was like this
altogether,
astronomical amount, like per person.
Yes.
It was like, I don't know, $600-$700 per person.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And she was mad because they wouldn't split the check. Okay, let me tell you how Mr. District, how we do. So we split the appetizer amount. So what we will do is we will order the appetizer and then just tell them, because most places that we go, they will let us like just.
And let us note that we know that in certain areas, like in Louisiana, they do things a little different where you can't.
I remember you saying that. Yes.
Split the check so many ways. They only allow it like 2 ways to be split.
Which is crazy to me.
So you had to do this whole cash up of everybody type of scenario.
Which is crazy to me.
Right. But here in our area, you know.
You can split. Yeah.
As many ways as you want it. Right. And didn't she like order fancy, luxurious?
I mean, like stuff that costs like $300-$400.
Like some lobster.
Listen, it would not have been split. I would have paid my portion.
I mean, but I don't see how she thought that was even a thing. Like, I've never heard of anything.
That's
like
not even a friend.
So you over there eating lobster and crab legs, and I ordered a burger, but you wanted to split it right down the middle?
Yeah, she did. She did.
Bye.
Exactly. It's just we realized just from Johnny and Susie.
Oh my God.
People don't really have restaurant etiquette.
That's true. And guys, just to remind you, if you missed the Johnny and Susie,
go and listen to that.
Go back to our previous episodes, and we got that available for you.
And look at the lives.
And look at the Facebook lives.
Because, oh my God, but that actually taught us that everybody, and I guess for me, whenever me, Mr. Distinguished, Lo, even Joanne, when we all go out together, we kind of already, it's like an unspoken thing of what we're going to do. Yes. We never had to address like, oh, we need to do this and we knew exactly what we needed to do.
Basically, everybody's going to cover themselves in a sense, unless you're married, of course, then y'all are a unit.
We are.
Yes.
And me and Lo normally have our ticket on the same check. So, yeah.
So that's the way, we think it should be done.
It is. Like, there's no way, even if we're going out, let's say, if I'm saying, hey, y'all want to go out for my birthday? Let's go out to celebrate for my birthday. Let's go eat. I'm not expecting for you all to pay for me. I'm just asking you all to come out and eat with me. That's it. And I don't think people really understand that part. And
what about the whole tipping scenario as well, too?
Ooh.
That's, you know what?
Listen.
Not everybody are tippers.
Everybody don't believe in, and that's crazy to me because waiters and waitresses work hard. Now, if you do a great job, me and Mr. Distinguished, baby, you're going to be happy leaving our table.
We're going to tip you now.
And will.
Just know whatever tip is left on that table, that's what you deserve.
There you go. I remember one time that y'all didn't want to leave no tip.
Mm-mm. Listen, it happens.
It does.
You
got to do right.
If they deserve it, then tip them.
I agree with that. I think that's so important when dealing with people. You got to make sure that you tip people the right way. You need to make sure that you do right by people because everybody don't be want to tip. And we've had someone in our group that didn't want to tip.
Or how about when somebody wanted to throw some change?
Ooh, I went in on them. We don't do change.
We don't do change. Come on now.
Mm-mm.
What is $1.25?
That's wrong. Do not do that.
Well, guys, we want to transition into our dream interpretation segment. Just a reminder, just Alex and myself, we are dreamers and we do love to interpret dreams. And we want to encourage you to submit your dreams. If you have a dream that you would like us to interpret, you can always visit our website at truevibes.net. That's TRU, the word vibes.net. Click on Contact Us at Everyday Living in the Valley and select Dream Interpretation. So, just Alex, what do you have for the people for this week?
Hello, guys. So we have another dream interpretation. This is from an anonymous sender.
Let me tell you, y'all killing that anonymous senders.
Listen, we appreciate it.
We appreciate it, though.
So it says, hello, Mr. Distinguished and just Alex. I just looked everywhere on Google trying to understand what my dream meant. Found nothing. So my nightmare that I just had was me going into my basement. There was no furniture in it, completely empty. My dog was barking and growling at the window. Then I see a perfect clone of me. The clone had the same clothes, same everything of me. Except the clone that I see is evil. I can't remember if she had red eyes, but I'm getting the feeling she did. She was doing every movement I was doing like a mirror, but it wasn't a mirror. It was just me and her. I then screamed and ran up to it, but she was doing every movement that I was doing. So she ran, but my face was so evil. A creepy, evil smile. I then felt as if I was being chased by her. Then woke up. So definitely a nightmare. But what does an almost mirror version of myself as evil mean?
Oh, that's interesting.
That is very, very interesting. I think I'm going to start off by saying thank you for the submission again. But I'm going to say maybe the basement is like your own awareness, like what you feel about yourself deep down inside.
Mm-hmm.
The look-alike is like a doppelganger. And because you perceived it as being evil, your dream may just be telling you to be aware of your inner demons, like the bad thoughts about yourself or how maybe you lash out at other people. Just try working on the negative aspects of who you are.
Yes, and anonymous sender, I would ask you, how do you generally feel about yourself on a day-to-day basis?
Oh, I like that.
That could have a lot to do with what your dream is trying to tell you. Are you in a constant state of torment in your mind?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on a deeper level with you?
And maybe the basement is like symbolic of a spiritual realm of your true spirit. Maybe you need to look into like what is it that you're trying to work out in your own personal life with you.
That's true. And what did you say about the dog was barking?
The dog was barking.
Was he barking at the doppelganger?
The dog, let's see, let me go back. The dog was barking and growling at the window. And then that's when she seen the perfect clone of herself.
In the window, or?
It just said my dog was barking and growling at the window.
Okay. So I wonder if that was her dog or just a random dog or,
It says my dog.
Okay.
Dogs are protectors.
Protectors, and we know that animals can sense different things that's going on with ourselves, or they may even be able to sense stuff that we can't perceive at the time. Anonymous sender, I definitely would like to know what your perception of yourself is like. Do you have, what's that thing called when... inferiority complex?
Yeah, I'm going to say turn and embrace like your shadow self. Like the separation of ourselves cause more duality. Like my spirit self, how I'm feeling, the more power that you try to give to the dark side.
Right.
Are you harboring like some ill feelings towards something dealing with you? Like, how do you feel about yourself?
Are you guilty? Are you feeling guilty about something?
Yes. Yes. Like, have you done something that you're just like, you need to work through what it is that you have done?
That's deep right there.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
Well, thank you so much, anonymous sender, for your submission.
We appreciate it.
Yes, and again, guys, we would like to remind you, if you have a dream that you would like us to interpret, then visit our website at truevibes.net. That's TRU, the word vibes.net. Click on Contact Us at Everyday Living in the Valley, and click on Dream Interpretation. Well, guys, after the break, we got to tell you about this time where this restaurant had us messed up.
Looking for general travel tips? I'll get you right after the break.
Living in the valley.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Bodega 1205. Give them a try today.
Living in the valley.
Family, culture, community. Do you have a taste for some Latin American cuisine or want to try something new? Well, add Bodega 1205 to your bucket list, where you can expect some freshly squeezed juices, some epic empanadas, and the most perfect pernil that's just like your Puerto Rican grandma's. Remember, guys, Bodega is not just food, it's an experience. And I personally go there at least 2 times a week for the experience. 19 12th Street, Columbus, Georgia, 31901. Family, culture, community. Bodega. Visit their website at bodega1205.com or give them a call at 706-221-3514. Your Valley giveaway secret word is predestined. That's predestined. Again, that's predestined.
Living in the valley. All we do is talk about every day. Living in the valley. Come on and tune in to every day. Living in the valley. All we do is talk about every day. Living in the valley. Come on and tune in to every day. Living in the valley.
Welcome back to Everyday Living in the Valley, where I'm your host, Just Alex.
And I'm your host, Mr. Distinguished. Relationships, current events, dream interpretations, we covered them, and there is so much more here in the Valley. If you would like some relationship advice, or if you have a dream that you would like for us to interpret, then visit our website at truevibes.net. That's true as in TRU, the word vibes.net, and click on Contact Us at Everyday Living in the Valley.
Okay, guys, let us tell you how they had us messed up.
I just know you lying to me.
Ooh, child, they got me messed up.
She really did try it.
They got me messed up.
She really said that?
Ooh, child, I just tell you, these folks just really got me messed up.
Well, just Alex.
Ooh, so we went to the, I'm going to say, I don't know how many grand openings Four Winds restaurant in Casita, Georgia had. But this is like one of the, because it had been a long time. Like,
Yes.
it's been I think like a 3 or 4 year gap.
Yes.
At this particular point. So, I mean, we was excited. It was the grand opening. And I think this is like, what, the second or third night? Or was this the first night?
Well, this was on a Friday, right?
It was on the Friday. It might have been the second night.
It was on a Friday, and the place was packed.
So, me, Joanne, and Mr. Distinguished decided that we was going to go to Four Winds. And we was raving about Four Winds to Joanne because she's never been. So, we was like, okay, let's go.
And generally, guys, we like to give a restaurant some time to get themselves together.
We do. We normally don't go when they first open because of the kinks that they need to have worked out.
That's right. And there were some kinks to be worked out at this particular time.
And I was like, okay, we can go. So me and Joanne gets there first.
I was still at work.
He was. So I was like, what do you want to drink? I think he said like a Coke or something.
Yes.
So he was like a Coke. And I was like, okay, I can put in your drink order. So we get there. It's extremely packed. Like, it was just like a lot of people in there. But I was like, well, maybe we have to wait a couple of minutes before we're seated. Well, we didn't have to wait to be seated. We got seated in like the little overflow area.
Right.
of the restaurant. So we ended up getting seated, and Mr. Distinguished is flying down the road.
Well, mind you guys, I'm 30 minutes outside the city. So I don't work, in that city. I work 30 minutes outside that city.
So he gets there, and we're like, yeah, we ain't even got the drinks yet. We haven't even had anything.
They didn't really order anything.
I mean, the waitress, I think she came to the table maybe after 45 minutes of sitting there.
Dead.
And she took the drink orders. Okay. And so meanwhile, now let me tell y'all, yes, it was busy. And yes, it took a long time to get things. But we seen other waitresses and waiters going to their tables. Like, they going and they checking in on their people. We didn't see our waiter. We didn't see her at all. She didn't even, and mind you, we knew her. Yeah, we didn't see her. She didn't come to our table.
I knew this experience was about to be dead even before I got down there, y'all.
Because again, we never go to a restaurant when it first opened because we want them to work out the kinks.
That's true.
And we didn't do that this time. We were just excited that they was opening, and we really wanted Joanne to try.
Yeah, and it's a staple in the area.
It is. Four Winds, well, it's Ranger Burger, but we always call it Four Winds.
Yeah.
So we're waiting, okay? An hour and 45 minutes go by.
We also ordered some appetizers.
We haven't gotten any appetizers.
Nothing.
We haven't gotten any food. We barely got the drinks.
And
we're still waiting.
Still waiting on the waitress.
We're still waiting on the waitress to come to the table. We asked one of the other waitresses, can you get our waitress? The waitress come onto the table, and this is the first thing she says to us. Oh, y'all ready to go? Ooh, I was heated.
Well, mind y'all, it's already late, and it's too late to go to another restaurant. So
it was a done deal to go anywhere else. So at this time, because we got there about 5:30. Mr. Distinguished pulled up about, I'm going to say 6:15.
Yeah.
At this time, it's about 8:30, and we still haven't had any food or anything to drink. We got the drinks, I'm sorry. We just haven't had any appetizers, no nothing.
You better drink that drink slowly.
Yeah.
Because
And then to get a refill, I think Joanne ended up actually asking for the manager.
Yes.
Because again, it's 8:30 and we haven't had anything. We are hangry. And we're not hungry, we're hangry.
Yes.
Okay. Because again, we've been seeing him for 2 hours. 2 hours. Well, really 3 for me, Joanne, and Lo.
Oh yeah.
Because we got there like 5:30. It's 8:30. It's almost 9 o'clock.
Ain't no way, y'all.
It's almost 9 o'clock.
Oh, well, what happened when the manager came to the table?
Manager come to the table, ask us, what's going on. He apologized.
He already was ready to give us the script because he's been giving that all night long.
He had been giving discounts out all night long, and I think he said like 50% off or something like that. But get this. He couldn't find our ticket.
So we were like, what happened to our ticket?
We were just like, what? He was like, what did y'all have? He couldn't find anything. So you know what I said? The waitress didn't even put it in.
Did she throw it away? Or
I'm thinking she threw it away. I'm going to go ahead and say she knew us.
So when she came back to the table and asked if we were ready to go,
she threw that ticket away.
Dead.
If she even put it in. Because it's 3 hours. We waited. So, yeah. When the manager put the ticket in, we got the food within 5-10 minutes, y'all.
Yeah.
It was by 9 o'clock by that time. 9 o'clock, 9:15. So we had been waiting almost 4 hours to eat food. And this is no joke. We really waited that long to get that food. And yeah, so I ended up giving the waitress a tip. Mr. Distinguished and Joanne and Lo walked right on out that door.
Oh, that was dead for me.
I did give the girl $5.
There was no way.
She didn't deserve it. Now, let me tell you that. She didn't deserve it, and I did it only because I knew her. But
I gave her the goose egg.
He did. Now, and I'm gonna tell you, he don't normally do that. So he don't mind tipping, but this particular time,
Gave her the goose egg.
she really should have got 0 though.
And I made sure I you know how you draw that line.
That's 0. Oh yeah, because we still had to get the manager back to the table because remember, she didn't even the 50% wasn't even off on there. It was like we got the ticket just what is this?
And we had to take some of the appetizers off.
Yeah,
we never got them.
Never got it. So that was that. That is where they had us messed up, and we didn't go back. Mm-mm. Yeah, and they eventually shut down again.
Ain't open back up.
And I tried it. It's a no, but yeah, that's our. They had us messed up.
Right. So guys, we do have some traveling tips for you.
So my travel tip for this episode is when you are going on a cruise, I highly suggest that you use cash. Put cash on your room. Do not attach your credit card or your debit card. Definitely not the debit card. And I'm going to tell you why. So just to break this down and to move along with the story, and I'm going to tell you why Mr. Distinguished is over there laughing. So the first cruise that we ever went on was Carnival, and it was Fascination. Mr. Distinguished, me, Lo, my mom, and my stepdad went with Mr. Distinguished and his family.
That's right.
And we had a good time.
We did.
Use our card, no problem. Okay, so I said, I want to take the kiddos. I took the kids the next trip. We did a Christmas cruise. I used my card again. Let me tell you what Carnival did. So, attach my card like I did in 2015, this 2016, and this is what they do. So, let's say I already knew I was going to buy like 20 pictures because I wanted us to have pictures with kids and stuff. So, that was $600, just the pictures. Me buying the pictures, okay? $600 worth of pictures that I bought. So Carnival said, okay, we're going to run your card for the $600 while you're on the cruise. All right. It's time to get off. Guess what Carnival said?
Say,
let me go ahead and run your card again to force post the $600. So not only is the hold for the $600 when I bought the tickets, they force posted the $600 saying, okay, this is what she spent. Well, that put my account in the negative.
Ooh, child.
I did not have the $1,200. Carnival don't care.
They don't.
Not their problem. So I had to call the bank. I had to go through all this stuff. And the bank, Carnival and the bank was like, well, we have to wait until until it falls off. So the hold is released. And then, Carnival say you have to wait on the bank. The bank says that, they have a 2-3 day, 3-5 day processing time, whatever. So
dead.
I explained this to Mr. Distinguished.
I was in La La Land, y'all.
He pulled a me on me. I'm listening, but I really ain't listening, and it's just like the little voice that's back there in the back of your head saying something, but you just like, nah, that ain't saying that. So you remember the cruise he talked about where he supposed to have went to Jamaica? Guess what happened? He attached that card there. And what happened, Mr. Distinguished?
They double charged me.
And what happened after that?
Whatever, a lot of spaghetti.
When I tell you, he was telling me he would eat spaghetti, he would eat some beans. I'm like, what in the world?
Beans, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, well, do you want some? No, I'm good. He would always say he was good. He was too good, too proud to even get some food from us. But
oh man, you would have did the same thing.
And those are facts.
She acted like, oh, you were too proud. You would have been too proud.
I would have. But and here go me. But didn't I tell you? And he go, he didn't want to answer that. But that's what happened,
don't
y'all.
do me.
Do not attach that card unless, as a matter of fact, it happened when me and Lo went on a cruise. The lady was like, my kids had charged and it was saying it was in the negative. Here we go. Don't attach your card.
What we do recommend, guys, is they do have ATMs on board.
Yes.
And so what you now there is like a
$6.
$7.
I will take the $7
I would
charge.
take that over my account being in the negative.
Go ahead. So what me and Lo do is, so when you're going to like ports and stuff, you can, before you leave, go get you some ones, y'all. Get you some ones so you can have that, because they will swear up and down when you get on them ports, they ain't got no ones. They'll be trying to give you their money. And you can't spend that over here in the United States, okay? Can't spend no Bahamian money, no Jamaican money over here.
No,
okay?
you can't.
It doesn't equal
It's
that $1.
Only U.S. currency over here.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so take that money out the ATM, and then they do have kiosks now on these boats where you can.
They do.
You can manually. You don't have to go to guest services, guys. You can just take the money out the ATM.
Oh yeah, you can actually, in whatever you don't use, you can get it off the kiosk and keep it moving.
Yes, this will save you so much heartache in the future.
That's the
guys.
best thing to do.
Yes,
Best thing to do.
Do that.
And just stay tuned, because we do have part 3 of Casanova and Hannah.
Here it is, guys. The moment you all been waiting on. Part 3 of Casanova and Hannah. Now, just to give you some recap on what we talked about on the last episode of Everyday Living in the Valley. Now, we did bring up that Casanova was a fitness training, and he was training us. That didn't go too well for us. But after that, after we were done with Casanova, at least thought we were done with Casanova, Hannah came along.
Absolutely.
Hannah is Casanova's spouse,
Yes.
and basically was inquiring to Just Alex about Casanova. And
Yeah.
at first, the message that Hannah sent to Just Alex thought that Hannah was insinuating that they were messing around.
Absolutely.
Like Just Alex and Casanova were messing around. And they were cheating and
I
stuff
really
like that.
thought that.
And so I had to, quiet my mind when I'm not on the phone with Just Alex.
Because I was rah.
Yeah, rah, and this did this and that, whatever. And I was like, let me look at this when we get off the phone. And I was like, oh, and I had a different perspective of it. I'm
Yes,
like,
he did.
You know what? It's probably not what she think it's like. She's just trying to get some information.
Facts.
And so, but yeah, Hannah did want us to know, wanted Just Alex to know that was her house.
Absolutely.
That was her house that they were working out in.
Yes.
She was asking about a party.
Yeah. And because I went back and asked her, like, hey, is everything okay? And, that's when she just divulged everything, like what was going on and how he took someone else to a party. Also, we definitely want to say the disclaimer.
Yes. So the story that, part of the story that we have read and the story that we're about to continue, the names have been changed to protect the identities of the individuals involved.
All right. So we're current with Casanova and Hannah.
Part 3, guys.
Part 3. So here we go. I continue to receive messages from Hannah just updating me about Casanova and how she has filed for divorce and how it is a strain on her. It's stressful. She's spending a lot of money on this divorce because Casanova wants her to pay him spousal support. And he wants to get custody of their daughter. And I'm like,
I forgot all about that
child,
little girl.
bye. So me and Mr. Distinguished automatically, because I'm letting him know what's going on. And he's, we tag team off each other.
Yeah.
So, we're like, oh, all she need to do is hire a PI, a private investigator, and nip that in the bud. That way, she don't have to pay him nothing because he definitely stepped out on her multiple times. And not only is it with females, there is speculation that it is also with males. So trans, even males who just have sex with men, So it's like, there are a lot of things going on here with Casanova.
Casanova was definitely Casanovian guy.
And was and still is.
Had them lined up.
I mean, like knocking them down.
Next.
So it's like I'm trying to be okay. So I'm not an in-between person. I can try to do it when I'm chatting, but if I get on the phone with someone, I'm either going to try to be calm or I'm just going to go to 100.
Cuss them out.
And I try not to do. I'm trying to be very
copacetic. Calm,
I am. I'm trying to be
understanding.
Yeah, because I'm getting a little frustrated because
Yeah.
I'm telling you this is what you need to do.
But you're not listening to me.
You're not listening. And he was gaslighting. He's narcissist. I'm talking about he is a narcissist in true form, baby.
Child.
He is like gaslighting her, just pumping her head up. And now, mind you, like me and Mr. Distinguished told you in the last episode, we already knew he was dealing with.
Yes. Knocking them down.
Yeah, we knew this. Now that was evident. It wasn't no hiding it. I mean, you can kind of look and tell. You can tell who's doing who.
Yeah, you could, because people were flirty.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, very. You could tell the vibe of them, and it was just like, yeah, he's definitely getting her. Maybe her, but he's definitely
her.
Definitely her. So, I mean, and the guy that Hannah was thinking like who he was dealing with, I actually knew the guy.
Uh-oh.
So I'm trying to be as cordial as I can about the whole situation. She decides to inbox said guy.
Ooh, child.
And this particular guy, you don't want to go toe to toe with him. I don't fool with him like that.
So no eye for eye, tooth for tooth?
No. This is like petty in true form. I've never seen no one be as petty as this particular guy.
So she didn't know. Well, no, you tried to warn her.
I did. I was like, leave that alone.
This is not what
I
you're looking
normally, anybody that try to deal with this particular person, I forewarn anyone when it comes to, now if it comes to you, whatever you're trying to do with him, whatever. But when it comes to you thinking you finna go toe to toe with him, yeah, I'm warning you like, you don't.
You're not going to win.
You definitely not gonna win. I haven't seen him lose a petty battle yet to this day.
So did she get her feelings hurt?
Yeah. I mean, wait, let me go back. This is what she said to him. She said, I seen your name on a piece of paper in the house.
I forgot about that.
He screenshot it. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you, he believe in receipts. He keep receipts. He ain't deleting receipts. Screenshot it, sent it to me. I'm in the middle of this, y'all. I'm trying not to be in the middle of this. And I'm like...
Well, here's the thing. Who's really like writing their numbers down on papers anymore?
And he was like, why would you find my number
Ooh.
on a piece of paper? Why would he have my number on a piece of paper in your house?
In your house, ma'am.
In your house. He's not going to give you the information that you're looking for. You're going to have to ask him, and you're going to have to be brave by asking him. He will tell you now.
Ask and brace yourself.
Yeah, he will. Now, I'm going to tell you this about him. He's not going to lie. He ain't going to lie about it. He going to tell you. But you just trying to beat around the bush, he not going to give you that. No.
But he knows that you're looking for that.
He know.
Yeah.
He know that's what you're looking for, and he not going to give it to you. So... the story still continues. She didn't get the answer that she was looking for through him, and that was not going to happen anyway.
Instead.
And she was asking me about just different females who me and Mr. Distinguished have seen him work. And we was like, oh yeah. That person? Yes. Absolutely.
Knocking her out.
Now, I didn't have any proof. But I'm telling you that
Just
was
have
there.
that feeling, you know?
Yeah, you already know. You already know.
Spider vibe.
And Casanova is definitely Casanovian. Like, absolutely, 100%. So the story still continues that Hannah is still feeling like she has to be looking at what Casanova is doing.
No.
Here we are, 2 years later. Divorce is not final.
Yeah.
And she's still stalking the page.
It's time to let that go.
Listen,
No.
this is the first thing. I'm going to tell y'all something about me. I'm petty. Now, Mr. Distinguished is pettier than me.
Oh, no. We ain't doing that.
But I'm going to tell you why we get along a lot. We have demented minds. If you think you can hit below the belt, baby, we finna make it hurt. I'm just letting you know.
So what
This is what I want to tell her.
what you want to tell her?
Listen, I need you to go on out here. I need you to go on 10 dates.
Get that hair together.
I need you to put on some that's going to be tight. That's going to show them curves.
So everything. Heels.
I need to be where you can't breathe in them. Okay, I need them pants to be you can't breathe in them thing. I need that shirt to be so tight that it look like it's skin on your body.
Not painted on.
That's what I need. And I need you to be on a date every night. I'm not saying you got to sleep with them. That's not what I'm saying.
But illusions are everything, right?
And if they think that you a hoe, that's their problem, not yours. Because you ain't a hoe.
Yeah. I guess the point is to give the illusion of being unbothered, right?
I need you to be unbothered.
Yes, be unbothered, because
I need that for you.
what you're doing now, you're feeding them what they
They posting for you.
they're waiting for you to go onto their page.
Yes. That's why old chick keep posting. That's why she doing it.
So the best way you could one up her is post too.
Baby, they would get tired of me.
Oh wait, and stop the other posting.
Ooh. Listen, the stuff that I seen Hannah post, let it go, baby. That ain't it.
That's not it.
That ain't doing what it need to do. It's not giving what it need to give.
It's not doing nothing for them.
Nothing at all. They not even bothered. They actually laughing.
They're laughing at you.
They laughing. They are.
But listen, go on them 10 days. Get yourself together. Get them nails together. Get them feet together. Put on that dress. Get that hair. Slay. Hey, go by Amanda Bullock. Get them nails done.
Yes. Get slayed by Ray.
Yes, get slayed by Ray, right? And then, make sure you take them pictures too.
Baby.
And just you know what? In the pictures, just be smiling and laughing and just like you're just having a good old time.
I would enjoy life. I'm going to tell you something. And I'm saying this, Hannah, because it's something you need to hear, baby. People going to talk anyway. You don't need to put yourself out because you worried about, like, don't shelter yourself. That's what I'm saying. Don't shelter yourself because you worried about what somebody else is going to say. Who cares? They don't pay your bills.
But what I would want to say is the best way to deal with a narcissist is to play with their ego.
Ooh, that just put some shivers down. Ooh, I just shivered on that. It was like it was cold in here. It ain't cold in here. It's hot. But that was a shiver right there because, listen.
Play with their ego,
He will be falling over, blowing up your phone.
If you make it seem like you're unbothered and you moved on and you're having a good old time and you're not even thinking about him and
There
her,
you go.
and you're not stalking their page, and you got to play with that ego.
That's what you got to do. And get that private eye. I'm just saying.
It's still not too late.
It ain't. Go and get that
Stuff's
private eye.
still out there.
And whether you know it or not, listen, the best private eye, baby, I'm excellent.
Excellent. Listen, if you want our services,
We can help you out. We got you.
we got you.
I can find out stuff that not even meant to be found out.
For real though. Listen, with my tech skills, and
Hey, I don't mind researching now.
we got something.
Ain't 100%.
Because just Alice would go on somebody's page that she don't know and go on their grandma's page.
You do too. It do now. Now, y'all know y'all do this. Now, you see somebody arguing on Facebook, or you know what? Let me go back. Let somebody die.
Oh, child.
And you don't know what happened.
You try to figure out what happened. You know what black people are gonna do when they see somebody die?
What happened?
What happened?
Here go me. Oh, they ain't saying that.
No, here it is. You're not supposed to be asking that, but in retrospect, we're trying to figure out
We're trying to figure out what happened.
Yep.
I want to know what happened. So I am going to go to the sister page, mama page, grandma page. I'm going to go to the cousin page. And they be like, that's my cousin. I'm coming to your page.
Here it is. Fly high, cousin. Okay.
I'm coming to your page because I need to see. Here gonna me. Oh, yeah, George. Man, they died in a car accident, man.
Man, that's messed up.
Listen, he there for it.
I'd be like, tell me what you find out.
Exactly. Well, guys, that's all that we have for Casanova and Hannah. Stay tuned for our next story. If you would like some relationship advice, or if you have a dream that you would like us to interpret, go to truevibes.net. That's true, TRU, the word vibes.net.
Well, guys, that's all we have for you today. We hope that you enjoyed the show. Don't forget about the Valley giveaway. Get the words, guys. Get all the words.
Get all of them.
And join us next week for another exciting episode of Everyday Living in the Valley.
Living in the valley.
This has been a True Vibes Entertainment production. For more information on what's going on in the Valley and more, visit our website at truevibes.net. That's true as in TRU, the word vibes.net.